like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is our review for Married at First Sight. This is season 7, episode 6. I'm like, okay, if you like it, I love it. I guess it got a little bit more interesting, but still not enough for me to be like, I love this show. But I'm kind of invested, so whatever. Whoops, so sorry, excuse me. Everyone, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, okay? And do not forget to hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new videos up on my channel. So the episode starts off, everyone is back from the honeymoon. We have Dave and Amber, who's back from Hawaii, from Mexico. Also, Bobby and Danielle was back from Mexico. But Mia and Tristan, of course, were never left Dallas. And they're all going to be moving in together. Whoa, that's when the real shit gets started. Anyway, the couples have to pick and choose. Do they want to, like, whose place do they want to move into, or if they want to find a neutral place that they can both move into. They say this season, I'm guessing this did not happen other seasons, but they say this season they are giving each couple $5,000 per month to help them as newlyweds, because most new marriages can get, bad or fail because of financial issues, of course. So I'm like, oh, okay, can I get $5,000? Well, technically it's $10,000, but still $5,000 a piece if they split it. But I mean, cool. So first up, Tristan and Mia. They are trying to move past her little felony stalking situation, her little credit card fraud stuff, and they're going to be trying to make things work. But I feel like she has at least one more secret, if not two more secrets. I can feel it in my bones, because we saw that whole scene of her on the floor packing her stuff and him saying, you gotta go. So I'm like, he didn't mean she gotta go to the bathroom, so we gotta see what's going on with that. So look at his apartment first, because each couple go to see both apartments to pick and choose. So he has a high-rise apartment that he's renting for $2,100 a month. Yep. She likes the apartment. She says it's really nice. It's kind of spacious or whatever. He says he is just grateful that, for her, that she was sorry for lying, and that, he's there for better or worse, and to share his place with her would be great because he's in it for the long haul. That's what you say now. Till you find out she buried a body somewhere. Anyway, we see that he also made space for her in his closet. So before he even left, he made space for her in his closet, which means he was just assuming she would move in with him. That's presumptuous, but whatever. So they go see her apartment. Her apartment, was nice as well, but for him, because he's a tall guy and a little bit thicker, he was like, he felt as if he was a giant walking around in the house for little people. He said stuff, it was just kind of weird for him, and he could not see himself living there. He says a nice apartment. It was a nice apartment, but he cannot see himself living there. So I'm like, well, if you think so. They then have a conversation about if they should move to a new place, stay at her place, stay at his place, and then he does not own his apartment. Okay, he is renting it for $2,100 a month. She owns her condo, but she says my condo can be an investment, and I can either rent it out or I can, put it on the market and sell it. Girl, don't you sell the house? make that an Airbnb for 2 months, girl. Don't you do it? And then they decide to move into his apartment and pay rent. I'm like, bitch, you stupid. She owned her. But you know what? Some people are dumb. Anyway, they then discuss how to divvy up or how to handle the $5,000. Now, see, they make a decision to split it. 25 each month, and then he said that he will take care of the rent since it's his condo, whatever. He said plus the man should be the one to pay the bill. But I'm like, bitch, the money comes from the people, so it ain't come out your pocket. I'm saying, if you pay $2,100 a month, you pocket the other $4 anyway. Or I don't know what you're gonna maybe buy some flowers. she says, okay, with her half of the 2,500, she would, you know, do stuff for like the house, like things that they would mutually use, you know, probably like, you know, food, tissue, body wash, toothbrush, soap, that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, because that's still maybe $1,000, you know what I'm saying? So she would pocket, well, maybe 1,500. She may pocket more, and hopefully she'll pay, like, you know what I'm saying, DTE. That's our light company, our gas and light place here. Maybe she'll pay like a light bill. You know, y'all both using lights and gas, or maybe she'll pay like the water, something. Okay, because if he just paying the rent, there's other bills that comes along with that. But whatever. And other than that, they will cover their own bills separately. I'm like, okay, that was a quick conversation of what to do, but still not, they didn't like dive down into like finances. They would just think of, we're gonna talk about like this surface stuff right here, and it's what's gonna be covered by the $5,000 we getting from them people. Okay. And theirs was really easy. They move in together. Of course, she brought her stuff over. They have different tastes. She's very much a Texan. She had a whole big, you know, bull head. What's the bull head? The horns, whatever, that whole thing, you know. She had a couple like the big state of Texas little thing, so she had different things, whatever. But I mean, it was cute. They was throwing stuff, playing little fake basketball or whatever in the kitchen. It seems like they're trying to make this whole marriage thing work, even though we know the other shoe was gonna drop soon. We just got to figure out when. I do feel like, however, with them moving in together and merging and being all happy-go-lucky, his bed is childish. Okay, his bed is very high school-ish, college-ish. I'm a 25-year-old bachelor-ish. I mean, I was like, bruh, it is, I mean, it looked like it's a full-size bed. I think eventually, when you paying $2,100 per month for a rent somewhere, you should have a real, like, a headboard, footboard, like a dresser that matches or whatever. I think that's the thing to do. That's just, if I went to a guy's house and he had like a little bed with like not even a bed skirt, I'd be like, "Is you a drug dealer? Like, why your bed like a drug dealer's room? This is weird." Anyway, they both seem happy in that drug dealer bed. So petty. It looked childish. It looked like that's the kind of bed my boyfriend had in high school. Okay, and then my teenage, when I was like 18, 19, 20. Okay. Oh, what's going on in these streets? Anyway, she liked it. They in the bed, all hugging and kissing and stuff, and being all happy or lucky. She said, "How you know? You're my rock. Okay, you're my rock, and you've been there for me through thick and thin. You've known him for 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's not thick and thin. He has not even seen you through thick. Okay, thick is when thick is when you do some shit on his watch. Like, anything that you brought into this relationship, that ain't too thick and thin. Like, you stalking your ex-boyfriend ain't got nothing to do with Tristan. Nothing at all. Okay, that ain't too thick and thin. Now, if you stalk someone now and he stays, that's too thick and thin. Okay, if you steal some stuff now, if you create credit card fraud now, he stays, that's through thick and thin. If you use the wrong shampoo and all your hair fall out, that's through thick and thin now. But just saying, we've been through thick and thin now in these 2 weeks, girl. No, lies. Okay. And she tells him that she loves him. She's setting him up for the okie doke. Okay, she is setting him up to tell him that she like was born with 2 penises and 4 breasts, and then she also had a vagina, and she made a choice and she cut everything else off, and now that she's what she is now. She is setting him up to tell him that she's kidnapped 4 babies and she hid them somewhere, and she has to go feed them every day at 4 p.m. She's setting him up to tell him something that we don't know yet. I just need to know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I'm just saying. Anyway, he says he has love for his wife. He can feel that she loves him too, because she's setting you up, bruh, for the okie doke. Okay, you're gonna be hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray. But I am here for it. Okay. Anyway, next we see Danielle and Bobby. Now, y'all know, I think Bobby is a Menendez brother. Okay, I think he could have been one of the Manson people. I think he's just a killer waiting to happen. It's something about him that gives me, it's something under the surface of me that could go off at any minute. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It could be that he killed ducks. I could be getting killer vibe because he's a duck killer. Okay, he's a hunter. So that could be what it is. He might not be out killing humans. He could be out killing animals, and that's cool because we eat animals to live. If you're a vegan, cool. Anyway, I don't know where that little tangent came from. So they see her place first, and they both agree it is too small for 2 people, and they both have dogs, and they both have like not itty bitty dogs. She said how it wasn't enough space for her and her one dog because it was her and her one dog, but it could not, put in a whole nother person and a whole nother dog. So I'm like, okay, so they both basically agree that they're going to basically live at his place because he owns a house. He has a whole house. She has a whole apartment that she rents. So, she also brings up how it does not make sense for them to live in her apartment because she rents it when he has a whole home that he owns. That's true. However, you have to pay your rent and your apartment if your lease ain't up. So that's a whole other thing. Anyway, they are also worried about their dogs not getting along. Because, some dogs be beefing. They're like, dog, I don't like you. I don't like you either, dog. And it's a little dog beef. So, it's like if Beethoven and Cujo got into a fight. Who knows what happened. Anyway, and they both love their dogs. And we know she's also like a pet rescuer, like a pet adoption person or whatever. Like she takes pets, like take dogs in while they're like in transition to being like adopted or whatever. So she's like a foster parent for dogs is what she is. They get to his house. He has like a whole house, and the house looks so normal again, but it still gives me, I'm saying, Jeffrey Dahmer teeth, like something that's under the surface. I don't know what it is, but it could be that he hunts animals. I'm telling you. Anyway, they get there. The dogs get along fine. It's a little bit of barking for a minute, but they sniff each other's butts, and then all is well with the world. That's how dogs do to get normal. That's some humans do too. Anyway, her dog also seems very, very happy to be outside running around in the yard because again, she lived in an apartment. She's like, all he had was like a little patch of a patio, and not like, yard and running around and be free. Be free. Now he's very free. He's running around in the backyard. Happy. He's getting along with the other dog. Happy. And Danielle and Bobby seem happy that their dogs are getting along, running around. So of course he shows her around the house, and it's a dead duck in the freezer. Okay, there are dead ducks in his freezer because he's a hunter. Again, that could be why I'm getting, Menendez teas and Jeffrey Dahmer teas, because he's a killer of animals. Okay, he's a hunter, and that can be what I'm sensing from him. I still think something is lurking underneath the surface. I just don't know what it is. We got to figure it out. He tells her, because she gonna move in there, and she's like, I don't want to kind of overtake your space. He say no, feel free to do what you need to do to make this place feel like your home. And I was like, now that's nice. Okay, that is very nice. Just nice and everything. So that first night, they're talking about finances. Now they're having a real conversation. Like he has a whole spreadsheet out with finances, and I'm the same way. Like, I have my finances for a whole year on a spreadsheet, and I adjust accordingly every month what has to be paid. Because I used to not budget. Y'all know I shop a whole bunch. I'm always shopping for shoes and clothes and whatever I want. So I have to make sure. So now I budget, okay, and I'm really, really good. I'm good, okay. I'm really, really good. Anyway, he of course has this whole budget thing. He said, I feel like we should kind of know what's coming in, what has to go out, like what we're paying or whatever, to be able to save and just be responsible adults. He's only 27. I think she's 26. I don't think she's that much older than him though. He still seems a little bit more accomplished than her, just based on the conversations they had. So when they discuss finances, she brings up how she spends $450 a year on waxing. For a hairy person, that's not a lot at all. And as women, We have hair that grows in places that we did not want it to grow. And we don't, it ain't our fault. Like, it's just what the body does. So you have to get it waxed, okay? Anyway, he like, okay. So he put that into their budget and said, you know, we have to pay this, pay that, you know, cars, mortgage, this and this and this and this and this. These are our amounts, okay? She then brings up, I have a little bit of, you know, credit card debt I need to pay off. And then she says, like in her little confession, like, yeah, I did some shopping and, not shopping, traveling. And I just kind of put it on my credit cards, you know? So I have she said I have a little bit of debt to pay off. Now see, when she said a little bit of debt, I'm like, okay, she got like, you know what I'm saying, you know, 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3. Okay, get it, it's not that much. I myself just paid off a $4,000 credit card debt. Was happy how I paid it off. You know what I'm saying? I was happy I was able to pay it off. So I'm like, okay, you know, $4,000 for one credit card. That's not a lot. That's a little bit of a debt. That's a little bit of a debt. He then says, how much is your debt? She says $15,000. I said, bitch, that's a whole car. You can get a car for $15,000. Well, a used car. Or like a Ford Focus. I don't know. 15. He said, shit. The fuck? I said, oh yes, that's the thing to say. He's confused, and she says from her traveling, and he like, fuck. He was shocked. He did not expect to hear that. And it seemed like he was kind of ticked off too, because he was like, you know, because she said it as, well, just from traveling, like it wasn't you know, a big deal. He said if she would have acted more like, you know, it was I have to pay it off, like I shouldn't have ended up this high, it's a priority. He said, but she acted as if it was like, no, just whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm like, I keep hearing my damn window, the blinds blowing. Oh no, it's raining outside. That's what it is. Anyway, so he's a little bit, you know, perturbed about it. Just because he says he feels like she's acting like it's no big deal. And, you know, he feels like he does not want to have to spend his savings on someone else's debt. But that's what happens when you marry someone who has debt, okay? And I just had a conversation with a friend of mine on Facebook who said when he's single. He's recently, he's recently divorced, and he's out here dating in these streets or whatever. And he says when he meets a woman, he instantly asks her credit rating, what's her credit score. I said, well, goddamn it, I don't want to know someone's credit score on the first day, because it might not be my business. You know what I'm saying? Because I might not like them come date 2. And if I don't like you per date 2, I don't care what your credit score is. However, if I like you, then we can get into, I can start talking and say, well, you know, how's your finances? You know, once you get to the point where you might want to like have something with them. And I feel like maybe Bobby should have asked Danielle on their wedding night, what's your credit score? Like, what's going on here, lady? Because she got a whole $15,000 debt, and he like, you know, in my 20s, I was saving and buying my house, and she was out here traveling with money she don't have. Okay, it ain't worth traveling. You can't afford to do. If once you rack up $15,000 worth of credit card debt from traveling, where you go? Istanbul? Where did you go, girl? I was like, Jesus Christ. But he's like, we'll make it work. That's what I liked, is that he saw it was an issue, but still said, you know, because she said, you know, it's not your debt to pay off. He said, no, when we're married, you know, it becomes both people's debt. And it's true, it really does. That's why you have to be careful who you marry. Get a credit report. Run a credit report before you get married. Don't run it on the first date, unless y'all get married second date. But, you know, you should know that person's financial situations before you get married, because again, their debt does become your freaking debt. Anyway, they then bring up the whole her apartment situation. She said, because I don't think we should do something to where we're not paying for it or whatever. So you're like, what can we do about that? She says, well, you know, to get out my lease, it'll be $10,000. I'm like, God, girl. Oh, Jesus. He was like, oh crap. She then says, but I don't want to spend, you know, the whole $5,000 over 2 months on my apartment. And he said, we're gonna spend some of that money on your apartment, because it has to get paid. I say, she just came with all kind of debt. So one, y'all have to be in his house but still pay for rent on her apartment, because she can't get out that lease because she ain't got $10,000, because she's $15,000 in debt for some fucking trips that she took. You should have been at home paying rent extra. Okay, that's what you should have been doing. Anyway, So they do move in together. It is weird only because it was so smooth. Like, she brought her stuff over that it was going to cohabitate with. She brought like her bed that they're going to share and everything. And it was like a regular couple who are like moving in together, and they like, it was just such a smooth sailing situation. We then see how like he's cooking the food because she don't cook. And she don't cook. She got bad credit, bad debt, and she can't get out of release. Ooh, Lord Jesus, her credit score probably at 450. Anyway, he's cooking because he likes to cook. She does not like to cook, so she's gonna do dishes. And she says, I feel like he's everything that I would want in a husband. Well, because he's financially stable, he cooks the food, and he loves dogs. And then he feel like he is also happy because he wants to be the one to cook dinner for his wife. And he again, I think she's my person. I said, you come on, Grey's Anatomy, she's my person. She's your Christina. All right, Meredith. Anyway, if he like it, I love it. They seem to get along. It's cute. It's cute. She brought a whole rescue dog home, a foster dog home, and he was okay with it or whatever. Even though he said it's a bit much, because it's the equivalent of you date someone and she has 2 kids, and you're like, you know what, this can work. But then the 2 kids come over, and you're like, shit, it's really 2 kids. Like, it's a lot. So he's like, yeah, it's a lot. He's like, but it's okay. But the dog peed on the bed or whatever. He's like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. So it was kind of like, okay, he's adapting to the situations. Which makes me think, when is he going to snap? Because he's okay with too much, too soon, too quick. I don't know. It's just something. Anyway, he likes it. She loves it. For right now, they work. It happens. But before they go to bed, she does clog the sink some kind of way, not sure how. Anyway, he gets up at like 11 p.m, goes to his little tools, unclog the sink, and she's like, oh my God, he's handy. I'm like, girl, you know what? He says the South is to be a homeowner. Well, what do you know? Okay, all right, man. So again, Bobby and Danielle seem to be, for the most part, getting it right. The movie was smooth. The mixture of the animals was smooth. They doing it and stuff now. We know they doing it. That's smooth. He can cook. She can wash dishes. I mean, if she just didn't have a damn debt, it would be perfect. Anyway, last but not least, Dave and Amber. Now, Dave and Amber, they go to Dave's place first. He wants to stay at his place because he owns his place. She does not own hers. He just feels he'll be more comfortable. And when they walk in, she's like, oh, I like it here. We need to ask some pictures of us on the wall, because he has a wall of his friends. He's all about his friends. Okay, let's just say that. We'll see how that kind of plays out the next episode. So, she's walking around. She likes it. She's like, it's not as much of a better path as she thought it would be. She likes it. Let's say that. It's very nice. She brings up how she did not think that she would want to move into her husband's place. When she started all this, she said she wanted them to move into a whole new place. I said, bitch, what? Really? Okay. But she says, I like the place because it's nice. I do like it, and it is what it is. But she does say that she's nervous because she will be bringing her cat to his place. And I'm like, oh yeah, cats are different than dogs. Cats sometimes seem crazy and like they might murder me. Like, they can just wait and be like, and I'm sleeping, just like scratch my whole face. I'm not a cat person. I had a cat when I was younger. When I was like 5 or 4, whatever. I was so young. I don't really remember. But I'm not a cat person. I know that I'm not a cat person. I'm scared of cats because cats are like sneaky. Okay, little pussies. They're really sneaky. Anyway, they go see her apartment, and her cat. He says how her cat seems really busy, really rambunctious. Okay, and he says he's worried that he does not want the cat to be that rambunctious at his place. Okay, he like, I got tons of stuff and I don't want that cat in my shit. Anyway, he also, as he's walking around her house, he gets to her closet. I mean, her closet looks that way because she has it stuffed with stuff. My bedroom closet kind of looks that way because I have it just stuffed with stuff. But if you have a bigger closet, it won't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? It won't look that bad. I cannot wait till I move and get a bigger closet. Oh, I have 3 closets and they're all full. Anyway, so he's like, she has a lot of stuff. She has all these clothes. She has shoes stacked to the ceiling. So did I. So I had bought a whole shoe rack. She has shoes on the floor. Like, she didn't have shoes in a Ziploc type bag under her bed. She has a lot of stuff. He said that he then said that might be why she's in bad financial state, because she spends all her money in her closet. I say, well, damn. If you know what, if you spend beyond your means, it can put you in a bad situation. So I get what he meant in that aspect of it. Hopefully she ain't doing that. Okay. Anyway, they decided to move into this place, of course, because hers is just too small. Like, he would have no closet space because her closet is full of her shit. However, I feel like her moving to his place, he won't have closet room for her either. Like, no matter where they are, someone ain't gonna have no damn space. Like, she gonna need to have a whole storage portable closet just for damn shoes and stuff. The thing is, she is a whole person. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, oh my god, how can we make, blend two things? Sometimes you're a whole person, okay? You know what I'm saying? You're a whole. I have a drawer. I have 2 drawers in my dresser full of socks. Okay, I have 2 drawers, about 4 drawers, 2 each, 2 for bras, 2 for panties. Okay, full of stuff. I got 2 more drawers in the front, so it's like 6 drawers full of stuff, because I'm one person, but I have stuff for it, like, every day of the week, every day of the week, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So yeah, I can see why she has so much. It just looks like that because her closet is so small. Like, her closet, she's packed it to the brim. Like, eventually now I stop shopping because my closets are full, but I'm smart and I'm getting rid of stuff that I don't wear. So the stuff I bought like years ago, I'm like, I ain't wearing it in like 2 years. I'm just gonna give it away. So I bought all this new shit. I think she keep everything. I don't think she purged nothing. I just gave 6 bags, huge trash bags, to the Salvation Army. I don't think she do that. Okay, she got to learn to purge. Anyway, they decide to basically move to this place, but she wants to first have a discussion. Okay, she like, let's have a look last somewhere to talk. She say, have you ever lived here with another woman? Because if you have, I don't want to live here. And he's like, really? And she's like, yeah, I just, I wouldn't want you to be here having the memories and the moments y'all shared. I should be the only woman who you've, cooked in the kitchen with, or who you've lived here with. I said, she then said, because she is a little jealous and territorial. I said, okay, her crazy showing. The reason that she's single is showing. When she said, if you lived here with another woman, I can't live here. He bought that house. He met you 2 weeks ago. You even though you're his wife, you don't have the right yet to say, we can't live here because you lived here with somebody else before. You can't say that yet, mama. And I feel like that's something you say when you can afford to buy a whole new place. Girl, I was like, Lord Jesus, I can't. You had memories with some other woman. And my thing is, just because a woman did not live there, don't mean she went up in that kitchen making that man some grits. Don't mean she went up in that man's bed giving him some, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean she went in that bathroom, that shower, in that tub, you know what I'm saying? Getting down, doing it. I mean, girl, if you lived here, no. Have you ever had sex with someone in that bed? Yes. We need a new bed. Okay, that's the one thing I will admit to saying with anyone. If I'm moving in with you, we move in together. The one thing we both have to agree on, we need a new bed. Okay, at least a new mattress. Okay, I don't want nobody else's secretions and juices seeping into my goddamn pores. No, I want the damn pole. I want the whole mattress thrown out, bitch. Okay, I do agree we can get a new mattress because I don't want to sleep somewhere where you've been sleeping with someone else. Catch. That's how when I move, I'm getting a whole new bed. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so he says he's never lived with another woman. Meaning, bitches been here, they ain't live here. They had a whole toothbrush, but they went home, they ain't live here. But I ain't no stupid woman. But he says, we both been single forever, so we've never lived with anyone. But you ain't been celibate. Okay. Anyway, she happy because he didn't live with someone, but he put up in the house fucking people. They bring up money. Okay, they want to talk about their whole budget or whatever. He's saying how, it's not mine, it's not yours. Like, it should be ours. We need to, kind of be joint in this. And she's like, well, you know what? We do need some kind of like a joint account to like pay bills. However, I don't want you to see, every time I spend my money, like, or every time I spend money shopping or whatever, I don't want you kind of like seeing it all the time. And he's like, we need to be transparent about this. Like, we, you know, need to be like on the same page. She's like, you know, he's more of a saver, I'm more of a spender, and, you know, it's more fun to spend. You know, I know that you should really save, but it's just more fun to spend money. And she brings up how she just does not want him to see how much she spends on certain things. And I was like, girl, see, if you want that, you have to make enough money to be able to put that to the side for him not to see. It's called mad money. Okay, you put this to the side, and then you're still able to sustain the household bills and be joint, but have some money on the side. So if you want, you know what I'm saying, an extra little pair of shoes or whatever, you can afford to get that without messing up anything household wise, and he won't be like, where the money coming from? Well, you know, the majority of this in your account, it's in our accounts, we good. You see everything good, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about this little foul on side. This little foul on side. Don't worry about that. But she seemed more like, I like to shop, and I don't want him in my pockets, okay? And she admits how, you know, for me, it's just, I've never had to worry about somebody watching my, like, what I spend. Like, it's new for me. Like, yeah, it's new for me too, but we have to kind of compromise. And I'm like, girl, it's gonna get messy. Anyway, he says, like, look, we need to budget, okay? We need to budget to be able to save things. He said, you know, and then he kind of made a decision, like, you know, the $5,000 per month. Okay, so half of that we gonna spend it on the mortgage because we both living here. Okay, that's going there. He says then we need to save the other half, and I mean, she agreed. And then she did say how that's a reason why she wants to be married, was to be more structured and have somebody else kind of help her stay on task. So it's a good thing that she was even open to him saying, like, this good $5,000. This what we're gonna do. However, I feel like if he would have said, like, okay, with your check, when your check come in, put it in my account or put it in our joint account, and then, you know what I'm saying, these are the rules, the regulations, and the budget, I think she may have been okay with it, because the $5,000 wasn't really her own money yet. It was money given to them by the people. Anyway, so we see that whole thing. When they move her stuff into the place, he do notice that she has a tons of clothes. Tons of clothes, shoes, or whatever. And again, he said that's the reason. He said because it was worse than he thought before. Once the moving in, he like, again, this is why her money's in her closet. That's why she can't, you know, that's the reason she's in a bad state. She says how, you know, once she's moved in, she doesn't feel like the house is hers yet. Like, she doesn't feel like she's home yet. It takes some time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you buy a house or rent a house and you move or whatever, it takes time for you to feel like that place is yours. You have to make it your own a little bit. So, that whole thing. And she's also nervous because her cat is there. And that's, you know, I really think he should have said, like, I don't want a person with animals, because he seems so perturbed, baby, about the whole cat. The cat was in his plant, like in the plant over. He was in the bathroom, like, messed up all the tissue, and, you know, he was not happy about that. He like, you know, this is some bullshit. He like, you know, when we not home, the cat can't be out. It just cannot, you know, cannot be out fucking up my damn furniture. I can't have it, can't have it, you know. And he seemed not pleased about the cat, but he also said, like, I knew going into this I would have to adjust, because, you know, marriage, kids, pets, it comes along with it. So this is something that I just have to adjust to. And he seems open to adjust to it. He just was frustrated within the first moments of it going on. But they go to bed as a married couple, and they seem happy to try to make this thing work. So, I mean, excuse me, I think it was more interesting this episode. So I hope you guys liked it. That was my review. Until next time, peace.